All right, we are live. I am going to go double check all the places. And Sonia, while I'm talking, you can go double check the places and you can go live or share it from the places. It always
What
takes me a minute to.
what does it say? Streaming destination disconnected.
It's fine. It actually says it's streaming. So
Okay.
I will go and
So
find
you
it. We're live on YouTube.
okay. And so you're gonna share the link on your
Find it.
Facebook so I can share it.
It'll take a minute. But anyway, hey everybody. We are back. It's been a little bit since I've gotten to jump on here with an author. I was going to say a new author, but she is not new to writing books. She is my, I don't know what to call her. She's always got books on her brain. And we had to tell her, slow down. Let's talk about these books and get them out there, and we want them in readers' hands, right? We want them to be exploring um, all these amazing ideas that Dr. Sonia comes up with, because they're amazing, and they're ones you need to chew on, if you know what I mean. They're words that you really need to um, digest, and you really need to break them down. And they're not just those kinds of books that you read and they're fun, and you go talk about them and that's it. These are books that will change your life. These are books that will help you grow. These are books that really make you think. They're books that will help you change your life or change your mindset on certain things, places that you're struggling in your life. They will help you see things, excuse me, that maybe you didn't understand. Maybe you were the problem in a situation that you thought, oh, well, it's them. It's their issue. It's not my issue. I know we've all been in those situations, and then once you sit with it for a while, you're like, oh, maybe that was me that was the problem there. Not that we ever like to admit that, but you know what? Sometimes you're the problem. Sometimes it's you that needs to change. But these are those kinds of books. And you know what? The better that we can make ourselves, the better the situations around us, and the better we can help others become better themselves. Because if we aren't the best of us, we can't help anybody else become better themselves. So I am so excited to have Sonia here. And the title of this book is Your Basket, Your Eggs. Now, it's not Easter, and it's not a book about Easter, okay? But it's an interesting title. And so I told Sonia way back when we were talking about this books, is I used to say, not my monkeys, not my circus. Okay. So kind of that idea, but this time you're claiming it. Your basket, your eggs. Okay. So Sonia, why your basket, your eggs?
So your basket, your eggs. Well, before I even go into that, first off, thank you for hosting me on your platform.
Always.
I'm very glad that you're having a very successful, speedy recovery from your
Yes.
recent surgery.
Yes.
So now back to your question. So your basket of eggs is one of my books that falls under my growth, leadership, elevation pillar. And it's also that pillar is also known as my glee. This pillar encourages self-care, self-love, and personal boundaries. Now, this book was inspired by both my personal journey and me trying to influence my two heartbeats, Jaquez and Deshaun Jr. Self love, self care, and personal boundaries are essential. And I tried to instill these values in my son using various analogies. Unfortunately, many of my attempts missed the goal completely. I'm always thinking about protecting my eggs. So I tried again to remind my two adult sons, because Adults, they know everything. So I tried to remind my two adult sons that our personal and professional lives are filled with precious eggs that are fragile and must be handled with care. So, in an effort to finally get through to my oldest heartbeat, I text him my basket of eggs analogy. It was just like a random thought because I wanted him to read my text messages and comprehend what I was trying to tell him without interruption. I wanted him to understand that if our eggs are not properly protected, they can be easily damaged. And I was thinking about all the different aspects in our lives. And so I was just using the eggs as an example. To my surprise, he read my text and replied, "Ma, this is a good message. You need to turn this into a book." And so I did. So here we are.
Yep, that is awesome. I can relate having three adult children myself. Yes, they are very stubborn, and my littlest one, that's not an adult, is very stubborn as well. He's trying to get out the door. It's a new thing. Um, but yeah, I mean, we try and we do our best on our end to share things with them without telling them, because if you tell them what to do, they're definitely not going to listen to you. Um, so sharing those little nuggets with them is always great. And then when they come back and they like it or they accept it, even if it's a couple months later and they say it's their idea, that's just fine. We know where it actually came from, right? But to
Mhm.
have them support your vision, and I know they were very supportive when you got your doctorate, and that was a beautiful moment.
Yes.
Um, and there's just a lot there. So I'm so excited to dive more into just the reason for this book, and the reason for the basket of eggs. So tell us more about the basket of eggs itself.
Okay, so your basket of eggs is primarily a metaphor because your life is your basket and your eggs are those essential things that help protect your mental health and your overall well being. But your basket of eggs can also be an analogy when expanded to explain as a comparison of strategies used to protect your eggs. So, the basket of eggs metaphor is something, just like you said, anyone can relate to.
Yeah.
It is simple and visual, yet powerful because it changes the mindset.
Mm,
If you think about eggs in a basket, you know how fragile they are. If one cracks, it affects the others. That is exactly how our lives work. When one part of our well being is neglected, it spills into everything else. This metaphor helps people to see the bigger picture of their lives while also reminding them of the care and gentleness required to protect what matters most. When people learn to protect their peace, set personal boundaries, and love themselves without guilt, it shifts how they show up in their families, their workplaces, and their communities. That ripple effect changes the world
mm,
because one mindset shift at a time can ripple into making better decisions, promoting healthier relationships, and even encouraging generational change.
mm.
So that's my basis behind my metaphor
I
of
love
basket of eggs.
I love that. And
Thank
it's so true. Okay, self-care is huge. Self-care is huge. And if one of those, you're right, if one of those breaks, like you have your plan, right?
you. Right,
And these are the things I need to do to take care of me, right? And if one of those is dropped and essentially broken, right?
right.
And you drop one of those in your day, it really messes up your day.
Ex-
If you don't do that one thing in the morning that you always do to start your day, whether it's prayer or meditation or listen to music, which is one of the things I do to start your day, or read a certain Bible passage or whatever it is that you start your day with. If you don't do that, if something happens that you have to get up and you have to go, you oversleep, whatever, it really puts a chink in your whole day. It
Yes, ma'am.
really messes it up, and you can't get that 5-10 minutes back. You just can't, no matter how hard you try. Oh, well, I'll do it later. No, you won't.
No, you won't.
And you'll get to the end of that day and you will be exhausted. You will be like, what the heck was this day? Why did this day go absolutely awful? And if you are honest with yourself and you sit down and go, oh, I didn't do this at 8 a.m., or for some people 4 a.m., which then people are crazy. You're probably one of them.
That's
we
true.
know we know one that definitely does the 4 a.m. thing, and he crazy. Um, but
Or you take
really, I mean,
the
if you
whole day.
don't, yeah, if you
Exactly.
miss that, and there's legitimate reasons why people miss their scheduled thing. I mean, you might have to get up and fly somewhere in the morning, and you don't get that regular workout or that regular, and you know what? And sometimes you just have to figure out how to plan ahead up to
Mm-hmm.
how you're going to get that, whether it is
Mm-hmm.
later in the day or while you're on the plane. Or, I mean, you're obviously not going to work out on the plane, but you can get up and walk on
Yeah.
the plane,
You
and that
well,
might be
sometimes.
enough. Well, sometimes,
Yeah.
but, or do your walk in the airport while you're waiting. I mean, you figure it out, but you've got to have a way to keep those eggs moving and take care of those eggs so that you are doing all the things that
Mm-hmm.
is in your normal day. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. And
Exactly.
I mean, I can relate it to like doing my recovery for my knee surgery. If I don't do the PT, I'm not going to get the range of motion in my leg.
And it's gonna
And
put
if
on
I
your
don't do the PT now, what I do in 2 weeks is not going to matter.
yeah, that's
Right?
true.
I
Right.
can't catch up on it. That's not how it works. That scar tissue takes hold, and if it takes hold, I'm out of luck. I'm not going to get that range of motion back. I'm going to have another surgery because
Mm-hmm.
I messed up all my eggs, and I'm going to have to get a whole new basket, right? So no, I love the analogy, and I love the metaphor of it, and it to me is a really easy metaphor to relate to, right? So
Right.
who should read your book?
So who should so this book is truly for everyone, regardless of race, gender, creed, color, origin, or background. Your Basket, Your Eggs was written for everyone who has a basket and everyone who values their mental peace and emotional well being. Whether you are a student juggling your educational choices, whether you're a busy parent pulled into multiple directions, whether you're a professional who is constantly stressed and neglecting their own personal health, whether you're the young adult figuring out boundaries and self love, or even a service member transitioning from active duty military to civilian life. This book speaks to anyone ready to protect their basket and handle their eggs with care. Your Basket, Your Eggs works beautifully in Bible studies, schools, mental health therapy sessions, personal development groups, and so much more. Because this book sparks powerful conversation about self love, boundaries, personal boundaries, I should add, and emotional resilience. My book and this message is inclusive because no one is exempt from needing peace, balance, and protection in their life. Your Basket, Your Eggs speaks to all of you. And it's interesting that you mentioned about your PT
Yeah.
because the physical health egg is one of the eggs that is represented, excuse me, in my egg metaphor.
Nice.
In this book, I have seven, and the physical health egg is actually the first one. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because physical health is important. I mean, it is mental health, physical health, those two I think are the most important, and they work together. If you physically aren't healthy, your mental is goes out the window. If you're mentally not healthy, your physical goes out the window. One of the things that I was struggling with my surgery is my mental. My disconnect is like my leg was not function. Like I would try to do PT and my leg was like a rock because
Mm,
my body was protecting itself. It did not like the pain. And I was talking to you about my pain management. It was not working. And
wow.
my body, when I would try to do PT, my body literally, my leg felt like a rock. It would not move. No matter
Mm,
how much I told it to move, it was like, no, we're good. And I knew
wow.
that was not a physical thing. I knew my leg could move. I was literally walking on it. It's fine. But when I would literally go to slide it or lift it, it literally felt like it wasn't my leg and it was not moving.
Wow.
And so I had to get a hold of my dear friend Dr. Jody, and I'm like, I know that you know how to help me fix this.
Yeah.
And so her and I have been doing some sessions together. And I'm like, I knew it was completely mental. I knew that it was a mental block. And I
Yes.
only knew that because of all the things I've heard over the last, 5 to 10 years. But yeah, I was like, but it was because my mental wasn't working, but it
Yeah.
was inhibiting me doing
Your
my PT. And I couldn't do my PT. I was like, this is, and my PT lady told me you got to get a different pain med and see if it at least helps some so you can do your physical therapy because the pain was stopping me mentally
mm-hmm.
from doing what I needed to do physically. And
You're,
it's all connected, and
they're
people
all
don't
connected.
realize the
They don't.
things that it does to you and how it affects you and how it's all connected. And yeah, I know. I just love how you
It
relating everything
it
to it.
is.
So yeah,
It
go ahead.
really is.
Um, when people are done reading this book, what are you hoping they walk away with?
So I hope they walk away with different lessons that they can apply to their life. Because your basket, your eggs, is not just a book to read and put down. This book is designed to be practical and to
Yeah,
help promote a positive growth mindset. Every chapter includes reflections and challenges that push you to pause, think, and apply the lessons to your daily routine. And for example, if your emotional resilience egg is fragile, the book might encourage you to journal about your relationships or to establish and set boundaries. Or perhaps, just like you just mentioned, your physical health egg that may need a boost by doing something. In your case, you had to change your meds and contact Jody.
yeah,
But and also maybe you could have just needed a simple glass of water
right.
or scheduling or rescheduling a medical appointment,
Yeah,
which in your case you contacted Jody because your
yeah,
mental egg and your mental health and well-being egg and your physical health egg were they had a it was a conflict there, and you
yeah.
needed them to because the eggs work in harmony. And
Hmm.
so because there was a disconnect, you needed to reach out to the connection to get your eggs back into harmony,
Yeah,
because one ripple in one affects the other. And so by reaching out to Jody, by addressing your pain meds, you protected your physical health egg and your mental health and well-being egg.
yeah,
Yes. And we keep talking about eggs. I didn't even explain all the eggs. I just
yeah,
realized. So the eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain that
yeah. Go
because
ahead.
everybody already heard about the two of them. So the eggs discussed within my book are carefully connected and bound together by the threads of life's quilt. Pretty much like what we just said.
Yeah,
A tremor in one egg will cause a ripple effect through the other eggs because each egg exists in harmony, just like I just mentioned previously. These eggs are the physical health egg. It's in my book. Let me back up. So in my book is seven. physical health egg, spirituality egg, the emotional resilience egg, the financial stability egg, the mental health and well-being egg, the self-love egg, the emergency preparedness egg. So now, let's talk about the physical health egg. This egg is the foundation upon which all other eggs rest.
Hmm.
This is caring for our body, our health, and our energy, which is very important. That's why it's the foundation. Because if your body is not at its best, then everything else is not going to be at its best. So, next, we have the spirituality egg. This egg is our connection to our faith or higher power, a sense of purpose, or the quiet whispers of nature. It is the inner compass that grounds us. And by the way, on a quick little sidebar, I noticed that the leaves are changing already
Right?
in my yard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that in your yard too. I noticed that when I mentioned nature, it just reminded me of
Yeah.
nature is changing.
Yeah.
So anyway, the emotional resilience egg. This egg is the heartbeat of our basket because it holds our emotions, interactions, and responses to the world around us. Recognizing your feelings and protecting yourself from toxic people or patterns is part of the emotional resilience egg. So, pretty much, when you are in control of your emotional resilience eggs, you won't overreact, you won't snap, you're more calm and
Yep.
collected, and you think before you speak,
Yes.
or react. You think about the consequences pretty much before you just, spaz out.
That's
The
important.
financial, yes, it is. So the financial stability egg. This egg is our material basis that helps to turn the pages of our lives.
Hmm.
Managing this egg requires constant attention through budgeting, saving, and making wise personal and professional decisions, which is important
Yes.
because, and which brings us to the mental health and well-being egg. If you find, and let's think about it, if your finances is off, it
Yeah.
can affect your physical, and now it's affecting your mental health and well-being.
Right.
This egg embodies our cognitive vitality, inspiring our thoughts and providing transparency for our thoughts. Guarding our thoughts help with creating a positive and healthy mindset. And so now, let's talk about the self-love egg
Mm.
because that's very important.
Yes.
This egg represents the essence of who we are, nurturing our self-worth, confidence or self-confidence, and acceptance. It is knowing your worth, setting boundaries, healthy boundaries, by the way, and pouring into yourself and showing up for yourself first. Pretty much showing up for you. When you love yourself with the self-love egg, you are always showing up for you, putting you first. And then we have the emergency preparedness egg. This egg signifies our ability to navigate life's unexpected stressors.
Hmm.
By nurturing and protecting this egg, we empower ourselves to navigate through challenges, whether medical, personal, or professional, and we navigate with confidence and ease because you've nurtured that egg. So and by doing all of by protecting the other eggs, if an emergency egg arise,
Hmm.
you are already going to be able to handle it because you've already nurtured your other six eggs. And
Yes.
so understanding our basket of precious and delicate eggs help to create the foundation of a more stable and
Hmm.
satisfying life. Each egg represents a part of our life we cannot afford to ignore. Our basket holds the key to our legacy, the cradle of our wisdom, and the balance upon which our lives elegantly soar. So, yeah,
Wow.
that's the breakdown of my seven eggs.
That is awesome.
That's the
I
thing
mean, there's so much there, and like your self-care. I love that you touched on that. And yeah, self-care is huge. And I think I love that is such something that's so talked about now. That was like the biggest, I mean, the fact that that's talked about so much, I wish it was more talked about when I was a mom, like when I was a
Mm,
younger mom, because
mm,
when we become moms, that's what you are. You're a
yeah.
mom, period. And we are about our kids, which I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but we lose our identity and we're a
Mm,
mom. You're not, I'm not Nicole anymore. I'm Jeff's mom. I'm Bree's mom. I'm Dre's mom. I
right.
mean, literally, anytime you go anywhere, when you are a mom, you do not have a name anymore. You
Yeah.
just don't. You're Dre's mom. Oh, I mean, that's who you are.
Mhm.
Every school thing you go to, probably most of the parents that you interacted with during those school years, none of them knew your name.
Mm-mm.
Very rare. I mean, I still have people in my phone as, Kyle's mom or somebody's mom, or I now some of them I do know their actual name, but
Yeah.
most of them I did not know their names.
Yeah.
And I mean, shame on us for one thing. We should have asked their names, okay?
Hmm.
But you lost your identity. So now when your kids are gone, who are you?
Exactly.
And you had you I did. I had to find out who I was. And because I really didn't know. And
Mm,
it was a journey for me that I had to take a couple years ago, and I really did, and it was life-changing for me because I went from high school straight to mom. I was a very early mom. I mean, I literally was in high school, got kicked out, and was a mom, okay? So I mean, I really went straight from high school to mom. So when you do that, you lose some of those eggs are missing for a
yeah.
long time,
For a long.
and luckily I was fortunate to re-find them. But yeah, I mean, they are so important to all the other
Mm,
ones. And there's little hairline fractures in those eggs
all
for
of
a
them.
long time, and they're very delicate. That one little thing can completely crack that egg, and
Mm,
you have those little you see them like when you go to the grocery store.
yeah.
That's why you always open the eggs and look at them,
All the
because they
time.
might not be completely cracked, but you can see the little where it's been
Right.
bumped, and there's that little gray where it's
Exactly.
almost cracked. You're not going to take that egg home with you, right?
Exactly. Because if that one has a crack,
Yeah,
maybe some more have cracks too that we
yeah,
can't see. We
right,
can see the one on top.
yes,
And so when you think about a cracked egg on top, the one that we can see, a lot of times in
yes.
people and individuals, we might see the physical egg and we
Mm-hmm.
might see their emotional egg if they're having an outburst.
Yeah,
We don't on the surface, you don't see the other eggs
no,
that are triggering the,
no,
behind the scenes other five eggs that's triggering
yeah,
something that's
yeah,
probably triggering another mental egg, or
yeah.
the mental egg is triggering the financial egg, and then it's chaos because now the emergency egg is out of whack.
That's the one that's on the bottom shaking it
That's
all.
on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yes. And that's
yeah,
the one that everybody neglecting. So it's emergency. And then if they have already neglected the other eggs, the emergency eggs is, ooh,
yeah.
it's
Wow.
like really serious.
No, that's a really I love the whole metaphor. I mean, you think about them sitting in that basket, and
Mm-hmm.
think about a kid coming along and shaking the darn thing.
Taking the basket.
And
And,
they're not friend the kids are not gentle.
and they don't know. Speaking
They
of
don't.
kids,
Yeah.
I was thinking of actually doing a kids version of, I
Yeah,
know I
that
said
would be
book,
really cool.
but
I
I
love
think I'm gonna do a
children's
kid
book.
version of this.
Yeah.
I was telling one of my friends that's in the school. She teaches in another a North Carolina school. I
Yeah.
have quite a few friends that are in the North Carolina school system, and I told her, I said, I think I'm gonna do a youth version of this same book,
Yeah.
and then send it to you. Send it to your
Yeah.
school.
That'd be
Yes,
cool. Well,
and
let me
so
know. I have a good program for that.
oh, okay, I will. And then one thing I want to also let the viewers and readers and listeners know is,
Yeah.
remember, small, consistent actions are what helps to protect our basket and eggs long
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
The small little bit of actions.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, so now most people who know you or have heard of you, or I mean, all those certificates behind you, everybody is all like, "Holy cow! Look at all them." I love that wall. That
Thank
wall
you.
makes me happy.
Thank
So you were in the military for, I don't even remember how many years. You retired from the military, correct?
I did. I
Yes.
served 26 plus years. I'm a United States Army combat veteran
Yes.
that served
Yes.
over 26 years. And I retired as a Chief 105.
Yes. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember what your ranking was. Well, first of
Chief.
all, thank you always for your service.
And thank you for your support.
How can you connect this basket of eggs to your military service?
So, over the 26 plus years, I watched so many service members sacrifice their peace and their well
Mm,
being for the
mm,
mission.
yeah,
And I did it myself for many years.
I bet.
That is why this book is another one of my babies and books that's close to my heart.
Yes.
I got so many, like you said earlier, I'm always, I got it's too much on my brain. I can't get
Yes.
it out fast enough. But anyway, so it's a reminder that survival is not enough.
Mm,
Through my coaching work now, I see how people are still struggling
mm,
with the same issues in civilian life. The military people, I should say, are
yeah.
still struggling with the same issues in the civilian life. Burnout, lack of boundaries, neglecting self care, and so on and so forth. And this book is my way of giving them a practical, relatable tool to shift from not just surviving, but to truly thriving.
Hmm.
And so, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it's especially with the military. It's they come out of there, or even while they're in there, there's a lot of things that people don't talk about.
Mm.
But there's a lot of struggles. And I've learned that just from being with you and Trueness and the books that Trueness and I have done together. What makes this book different from all the other self-help books that are out there?
So, many self help books are heavy with theory or
Mm,
written in ways that feel out of reach.
mm,
Your basket, your eggs is different, not just because it's mine, but because it's simple, relatable, and actionable. The metaphor of the basket of eggs makes it easy to understand,
mhm,
but the lessons go deep. It is also designed as a guide, not a lecture,
mm,
which that's was one of the differences. And anyone can pick this book up, reflect, and immediately put the insights into practice. My book is a conversation between me and the reader. It's not just a list of steps. So men, women, and even teens who I've shared this book with so far have told me how much they connect with this book simply because emotional well-being and personal boundaries are universal needs. You know,
mm. Yeah, yeah.
self-care, self-love, and all that, that's universal. It is not because, oh, she's a woman, oh, he's a man, oh, that's a kid, oh, that's a teen. We all need self-care and self-love. We all
Yeah.
need to protect our baskets, our eggs. And that's one of the main things that I want my readers to take away. One of the main things I want my readers to take away when they read my book is I want them to know your basket is sacred.
Mm,
You are responsible for your 3 P's, which is based on my 3P mantra: protect, preserve, pour.
mm.
Protect your peace. Oh, and by the way, I did post that a few minutes ago before the
I
meeting,
saw
about an
that.
hour.
I saw that. Yeah.
And so that's protect your peace, preserve your power,
Mm,
pour into you.
mm.
No one else can protect your basket, your eggs better than you.
Right.
The moment you accept that, everything else changes.
Yeah.
So, my greatest hope is that readers feel empowered to value themselves more. I want them to recognize that their peace is worth protecting, their power is worth preserving, and they must pour back into themselves regularly. If they
Yes.
walk away feeling that it is okay to prioritize themselves without guilt, then I know that this book has done its job.
Nice.
It is about reminding individuals to care for their own basket of precious eggs first,
Yeah.
unapologetically. And I got to
Yeah.
say it like that, unapologetically.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
No, I love that. Well, and I love how you say nobody else can do it better than you. And nobody else is going to want to as much as you do. You
Because it's your
know?
basket of eggs. And think about it.
Exactly.
And so in my book, I have in my it's 14 chapters. But
Okay.
when you
That's
said
good.
that, no, that's nobody is gonna do it better than you.
Yeah.
Even chapter 10, which is wisdom of eggs, sharing is caring. Yeah, you could share, but also then we go back to chapter 4, giving away your eggs, over giving.
Mm,
You have to protect
yeah.
your own eggs.
Yeah.
Do we have a minute for me to go down the titles of my
Yeah, go
chapters?
ahead, honey.
Okay. So chapter 1, the basket of eggs, which is life. Chapter 2, impact of broken eggs. That's
Mm,
setback.
yeah.
Chapter 3, set boundaries, preserve eggs. That's the safe space.
Mm,
Chapter 4, giving away your eggs, over giving. Chapter 5, self care, self love, self worth.
mm,
That's cultivating new eggs.
yeah.
Chapter 6, multiple baskets of eggs. That's personal and professional life. Chapter 7, cracked eggs. That's life's unexpected stressors. Chapter 8, collective basket of eggs. That's the community. Chapter 9, rebuilding eggs, the aftermath. Chapter 10, wisdom of eggs. That's sharing is caring. Chapter
Mm,
11, unexpected shattered eggs. That's overcoming obstacles and adversities.
that's good.
Chapter 12, basket of evolving eggs. That's life's journey. Chapter 13, protecting your basket, your eggs. That's your non negotiables. And
Yeah.
chapter 14, which I don't have it with me in this version, but I added a chapter 14. And chapter 14 is it covers the entire book, and it's putting it all into perspective.
Right.
And in chapter 14 has thought-provoking questions about
Nice.
protecting your basket, your eggs.
Nice.
So when you read the entire book, the very last chapter, very good thought-provoking questions.
Nice.
And by the time you put the book down, you'll say, I need to protect my basket of eggs. And
That's
this is
right.
how. So
Yeah.
that's why this is a guide. This is why I call it a guide. And this is why anybody can pick this book up and
Yeah.
run with it
Good.
as a great tool. And
It
that's
makes
why I
a
can
good
use
tool.
it
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
that's great. Yeah. It's important, and I like the one you were talking about giving too much away. You can't pour from an empty glass. You actually have to fill it up occasionally. It's great to be a giver. It's fantastic. We should all be givers. But that's where burnout comes in, where
Mm-hmm.
you just give too much. You can give too much. It is possible to give until there's nothing left, and then you're either sick or you're just down for the
Mm-hmm.
count, or you're burnt out and there's nothing left for you, and that doesn't do anybody any good, because then you're spent, and you just
Yeah.
don't, your creativity's gone, your sometimes it's physical, and that's how I am. If I go too much, eventually my body's like, nah, you're gonna take a break, whether you
Mm-hmm.
want to or not, or whether it fits in your time schedule. So I've gotten very good at paying attention to what I'm doing, how I'm pushing. And if I'm pushing, do I have a couple days where I cannot push? Like when we
Mm-hmm.
went to New York, man, I pushed my
Yeah.
body hard. But I knew when I came home, I had a day where I could not do anything, and that was
Mm,
okay because that's
yeah.
exactly what I did. The day after I flew home, I sat on the couch and did not move because I
Mm,
knew my body was going to need that day. And when my body's down,
yeah.
mentally, I'm down too because that's part of fibromyalgia and everything else. It's like, no, you're done. You
Yeah.
cannot function today. You might get a chance to eat if you're lucky. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
how that's how it is. But I was going to enjoy being in New York. I was going
Yeah.
to eat up every part of that experience, and God bless you for being my partner in that. I bless
Yes.
you for that.
I got a
What's
post
next?
from
After
there.
we get done with lunch, I already know some of this answer and I'm so excited.
Yes.
But what is next for you after this book launch?
So upcoming
Yeah.
alongside, because right now we only have the ebook out.
Yes.
So I also have your basket, your eggs notebook and planner, and it serves as a companion to help readers
Nice.
put the lessons into action. So
Nice.
the main book, your basket, your eggs, is the what and the why, and your basket, your eggs notebook and planner is the how.
Nice.
And so that's one of the things.
Nice.
Another thing is I will be showcasing your basket, your eggs, the paperback book in Toronto, Canada, this fall during the Word on the Street event.
Yes.
And I know this is a sidebar, but I forgot I got to get with you
Yes.
about my what you call that thing, the big thing, the banner thing. I can't remember
Oh, okay.
the billboard. I'm sorry, I
Yes.
forgot to get with you about that. And I and so I will also be showcasing this book on distribution platforms internationally. I don't know if I could say it. The
Yeah,
other ones
do
that
it. Yeah.
okay. So your basket, your eggs will also be distributed in Australia, New
Yes.
Zealand, and
Yes.
of course Canada.
Yes.
And it's gonna also be um, what we call it reformatted into Spanish.
Yeah, we're working on
Yeah,
we're
we're working
working
on putting
on
it in Spanish.
translations. Yep. Yep, we're getting
Yes.
there.
And so and then your basket, your eggs is, and it will be the book that is going to be used for Ask the Author,
Yes,
a
we're getting ready to
podcast.
start that. Yes, we're very
So we
excited
working
about
on the
that.
Ask the Author podcast. So your basket, your eggs, although it looks like a Easter basket,
It does.
it does. It's
That's
beautiful.
okay.
Jaquez, my baby Jaquez, he was the graphic artist.
Okay.
He helped
Nice.
design the cover. So he told me to write the book, helped me write the book. Didn't want any credit for helping me write the book. I
Yeah.
wrote the book, but he had input, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he helped me write it. He
Yeah.
was instrumental in it, and so
Nice.
I said, okay, well, I'll just put you in the credits in the
Yeah. That's
in the front.
nice.
But he, when I told him the vision that I wanted about a basket of eggs, this is the one we
That's
decided on.
awesome.
So that's my baby. That's my
Yep.
oldest, my first heartbeat.
Yep.
So yeah. And so beyond that, I will also be continuing expanding my work through my Fire, Glee, Soldier Girl, and T pillars. And
Yep.
again, your basket, your eggs falls under my Glee, growth, leadership, elevation. That includes self-love and self-care.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then, because pretty much my mission is bigger than just one book. It is
Oh
about
yeah.
creating a library of resources. But I
Yeah.
have to slow down.
Yes.
According to Nicole and Trunis, slow down with writing books. I'm writing faster than I'm marketing and promoting
Yes.
them.
Yes.
So they told me to slow down. My
Yeah, we
brain is
just
going
want to get your
faster than
book
my finger.
in people's hands. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And
That's
so
awesome.
thank you. And so ultimately, I am inspiring, motivating, encouraging, and entertaining readers through captivating storytelling
Yeah.
by telling or sharing one story at a time. And I
Yay.
also forgot when you said what else I have going on.
Yeah.
I just remembered that I'm also part of another book project with you and Trunis. This what is
Yes.
stories of transgression and recovery.
Yes.
That's another book project that's coming soon that I'm part of.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I
In
have a lot of
September.
projects going on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. We are rolling. Yep, we are
Yes.
Transgressions in Recovery comes out in September. That's will be here soon. Yes, it's everything's
Mm,
just kind of rolling along, which is absolutely amazing.
that's
And
fast.
wrapping up, let me yeah. What advice would you give someone struggling to hold their basket of eggs together right now?
My advice to individuals is to start small.
Mm,
Do not try to fix everything at once. Remember that
right.
movie, Everything All the Time, All at Once, or something like that. It was
Yeah.
chaotic. If you
Right.
watch that movie and you
Yes.
see, and if you watch it, you know that movie was chaos.
Yeah.
So think about trying to fix all your broken eggs all at once.
Yeah.
You cannot do that.
Uh-uh.
Do not try to fix everything at once. Pick one egg and focus on protecting that area of your life today.
Mhm.
So think of your egg as your area of life. Remember the seven
Yes.
that we discussed?
Yes.
Think of those eggs like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it is choosing rest. Maybe you're not getting, so that's your physical health egg. Get some rest. Saying no to something draining or taking a moment to pray. That covers spiritual and that covers self love.
Yeah.
Saying no, that's your boundaries. That's self love.
Yes. Yes.
Praying, that's your spiritual. So those are three eggs right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those three eggs you can do, immediately. You can do those at the same time. Get some rest, go to bed
Yeah.
at a decent time.
Yep.
And I say that because I have sleep apnea
Ah.
and I had all these excuses of not wearing my CPAP. And
Ah.
I was like, oh, I'm up all night writing. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So now I go to the VA for my annual CPAP exam. Forgot I hadn't been wearing the CPAP. And
Oops.
she looked at the thing at the reading because they can read the stuff remotely on
Mm.
digitally or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so she pulled up, she said, you have not been wearing your CPAP. And I said, well, yeah, I'm a published author. Now, that I'm
Ah,
retired and I didn't have time to write because I'm
excuses.
up all night. Excuses. And you know what excuses are? Tools of the incompetent used to create monuments of nothing. So all she heard was monuments of nothing. And
Yep.
she said, I don't want to hear all that. Wear your CPAP.
Right.
Next time you come here, you need to be wearing your CPAP.
Yep.
And I said, good Lord, but I can't. She said, wear your CPAP.
Yeah, because when you're sleeping without it and you need it, you're not sleeping.
You're not sleeping. And so
No.
what I was doing is I was waking up exhausted. So my
Yep.
physical health aid was impaired. And I
Yep.
didn't realize it because when you have sleep apnea and you wear that CPAP, because apparently my body was fighting to breathe in my
Yeah.
sleep.
Yep.
And the CPAP helps me regulate my breathing.
Yep.
And so now I wake up tired and exhausted. So now
Mm-hmm.
I done messed up my physical health aid.
Yep.
I'm discombobulated, can't even function right. So
Yep.
now I'm messed up. My mental health and well-being is off.
Yep.
My boundaries are all over the place.
Yep.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah,
It really screws you up.
it does. And
That's why I
so,
keep telling my husband to go get another sleep test because listen,
yeah.
I don't sleep when he's home because I hear him not sleeping.
hmm that's sleep apnea is something serious.
Oh, it's awful.
But yes. So pretty much protecting just one egg will give you the strength and clarity to
Yeah.
eventually protect the other eggs.
Yeah.
And remember this, your basket is your life. No one else can carry it or protect your eggs the way you can.
Yeah.
I had to
That's good.
re-emphasize that. And I'll say
Yes.
it one more time. No one else can. So your basket is your life.
Yes.
No one else can protect or carry it or protect your eggs the way that you can. Only
Yes.
you.
Yep.
Nobody else can carry your basket of eggs.
Yep.
That's what we need
Yeah. And I would even say stop asking other people to carry your
to carry
eggs.
your eggs. Those are your eggs. And
Yeah,
and
they're
guess
your
what?
eggs. They're
That
your
is
problem.
chapter 3. That you know what that is? Chapter 3 in this book.
Yeah.
Boundaries preserve. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Chapter 3. Set boundaries, preserve eggs. That's your
Yeah.
safe space.
Yeah.
And chapter 4, giving away your eggs.
Yeah.
Chapter 3, chapter 4.
Yep.
Yep.
Come on.
And so,
This
yeah.
is awesome. This has been so great. So, where can everybody find your books, love?
So all of my books are available on Amazon.
Okay.
And just search my name, Sonya Howell Barrow.
All
Or
right.
you can also visit my website at www.sonyahowellbarrow.com. And
Yep.
by the way, since
Yes.
we're talking about my website, when you visit my website, please join my mailing list. And if you join
Yeah.
my mailing list, you will receive an email link for you to receive a free ebook download.
Nice.
Now, if you do join the mailing list and you do sign up, and you what you have to do then is check your spam or your junk folder, because the email link with the free email with the free ebook download might go to your junk or your spam.
Right.
Now this ebook download is titled Pause, Grow, Reflect, a 5-minute mindset reset guide. Because we
Nice.
always, every day, like your day is chaotic, which most of our days are.
Yes.
That book will give you a moment to pause
Yeah.
and reset.
Yeah.
That's your
That's
five
good.
minute reset.
Nice.
And I also invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook. I love hearing from fellow service members and authors and anyone who's ready to grow.
Yeah.
And everybody else, service members, I say service members first because I'm military, but
Yes.
everyone, plus service members and authors and anyone who's ready to grow, lead, and elevate their next chapter. Yep. And in closing, I would like to share with you something that I always share with my readers, viewers, and listeners. Be grateful to those who tell you no.
Mm.
The no will force you to be fearless, be inspired, be resilient, be empowered. You are in control of the outcome of your own destiny. Always remember that you hold your own pen, but this is my personal opinion. Always remember that you hold the pen in your hand to write the future that God has planned for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Please visit Amazon.com and purchase my ebook.
Yes.
And bye for now.
Yes.
See
Thank
you
you,
soon.
Sonia. It has been amazing to visit with
Thank,
you today, talk about your basket, your eggs.
thank,
I'm excited for this book. It's going to be it's a really good self-help. I love how you break down everything and you really talk about all the aspects of life that we really need to pay attention to. And I love the title, but I like how you broke it down.
thank
And yeah, I mean, the fact is, if we don't take care of our own stuff, you can't help anybody else. Um, and there's a lot of people that expect other people to take care of our stuff. And it doesn't work that way. Number one, they're not going to take care of it the way it actually needs taken care of.
you.
So it doesn't help us at all. So thank you so much for letting DMP talk about your book and letting us help you with it and get it out there more.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited for Toronto, word on the street, that you're going with us to that. That's so exciting. I love having you around for anything that we do. So, thank
You.
you for joining us. And if you have a book that you want to get out on paper, give us a call. DNP Presents. Go to the website dnp-presents.com and connect with us there. See what we're doing, see all the other books that we have for sale. But, just join us. We love getting writers out there, and we're doing so much more as far as festivals and other events. So we would love to connect with you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sonia, for
You're welcome.
sharing your book with us. And we'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Oh, that's not what I'm going to do. Where's my stop button?